Yo, it's Silver Sec. Welcome back to some more Lost Judgment Part 5. Man, that chapter was short, man. So go check it out, man. That was hype, bro. You know all that dude talking all that crap, man. I feel like that chapter was pretty entertaining, but I liked it, man. It was a short chapter, too.
The alleged bully, Hiro Mikoshiba, turns up dead.
Exactly.
There is no mistaking the motive in his murder.
Now they coming after our guy Yagami. You know how it is.
As Yagami looks into the heart of the matter, a suicide 4 years prior, he is met with brutal backlash from the underworld. Why does Yagami face resistance at every turn? As night falls over Ichincho, the answer slips further into darkness.
Nobody wants to know the truth. Yeah, why? They don't want them people to know the truth. That's why it's resistance. Nobody wants them to know the truth. That's what anything that when the truth needs to come to light. It's gonna be resistance. Especially when it's like bad or some shit. Chapter 4, Red Knife. Well, I don't know why it's called Red Knife, but we're finna find out. So subscribe, you already know.
We have grief counselors on site.
Hello. You've reached Stereo High School. Yes. It's tragic news. Mikoshiba-kun was one of our student teachers here, and the school is coping with it as best we can.
Of course. Yes, our parents and guardians have every right to be upset about this. Yes. Oh, yes.
Now to the murder victim found in Izazaki Ijincho.
Yes.
Authorities announced that they have identified the body as Hiro Mikoshiba, a student teacher at Seirio High School. Autopsy reports indicate the cause of death was blood loss from a sharp object. Mikoshiba was reported as a missing person 2 months ago in October.
What's the plan today, fellas? Honest, this hangover is kicking my ass. I'm gonna be kinda useless.
Maybe don't drink until sunrise.
That's no good. Without you, Kaito-san, who's gonna be the brains of this whole operation?
You'll have to manage, man.
I figure I'll head back to Seirio High today. I should check in on Sawa-sensei, see how she's holding up.
She's got a lot on her shoulders now, huh? Pretty teacher like her doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, of course you would think so, Kaito, huh? Just subscribe for more. Subscribe for the whole series, man. Go check. I just finished Yakuza.
Right from the outset,
as well.
Sawa-sensei flat out denied that Mikoshiba ever bullied Toshiro Hara. But then we learned she confronted him about his actions 4 years ago. Which means she was starting to suspect he was the bully.
Then some chicken shade shows up, makes some threats, and suddenly Teach's lips are sealed shut, huh?
Whoever she was, she has to be involved with the murder. How else could she have Mikoshiba's picture from right before he died?
It's almost like the killer was trying to hide any trace of bullying. And if so, that's pretty bizarre.
Why is that?
I mean, if Mikoshiba really was the bully, why bother covering that up? Wouldn't it work in their favor if word of that spread? That way the murder would be, I don't know, more justified?
Maybe.
Yeah, I do see the logic there.
Okay. But what gets me is, why would Sawa-sensei change her answer like that?
Have you considered she may have been pressured to hide the truth? Perhaps by an overcautious superior? I wouldn't put it past Chairman Okuda to pull something like that.
Right, I was thinking the
I
same
doubt
thing.
he has that kind of sway over her, though. Sawa-sensei doesn't exactly mince words with him. Guess we'll have to ask her directly if we really want to know.
Yeah, but didn't she make it pretty clear you need to keep your distance?
What kind of a detective would I be if I gave up because of that?
Point taken. Well, is there anything I can do to help?
Oh, sure is. Help me kick this damn hangover.
Say what?
Might as well hang back, Sugiura. Only I can get in and out of the school without raising a red flag right now.
Exactly. Yagami Sensei going in. Wear your mask, bud. Wear your mask, man. Where's your mask? Where is your mask? You need to tell me where your mask is. Cover your face next time, kid.
What a waste.
Yagami Sensei doing his job, man. We're in a pandemic. Gotta tell these kids to wear their mask. Dude, I was freaking wondering, just imagine you're like a teacher and every day you just go out there and fight your students on the street. They're so mad at you they just want to fight you. Like, look at these. These are students right here. Like they just want to fight you. Ah! You need to get the oh! You late for class. This straight ass whooping. Class. That'd be crazy, bro. I'm a teacher and every day these students just fight on the street.
Hell yeah!
Yeah. Oh, hit that fucking. Oh, come on, Yagami. Make that shit, brother. Get that pressure.
Excuse me, Yagami-san?
Oh, Koda?
Huh? Koda-san, what's up? Did a teacher call you over?
Actually, I wanted to talk to you.
Okay.
I saw it on the news earlier. Mikoshiba-sensei was killed. But you already knew that, didn't you?
Yeah.
I figured you knew something.
Guess that's why you've been asking about him. You should have told us, man.
I couldn't. I knew how hard you guys would have taken it.
And
you know who did it? I mean, a lot for us to know. Seeing how he looked after us and all.
We're still in the dark about that, mostly. Unless you guys have any leads. All we have to go on is he was probably killed soon after he stopped going to class.
So, he really was murdered.
He said on TV it took them 2 months to find the body. Could that mean it happened on the day he went missing?
A good theory, Matsun, but you're starting to sound like one of those mystery club geeks.
hey, I teach those
What did
geeks.
Sawa-sensei tell you? She give you anything solid?
Nah, we didn't really get into it yesterday. Way too many, other things came up.
Damn. It's just... It's hard hearing all this, man. Will you at least keep us posted if you find out anything?
No promises, I'm afraid. But hey, I'm glad you guys are warming up to me.
I'm Matsui, by the way.
That's more like it.
Could you keep me in the loop too? I didn't like Mikoshiba-sensei much, but I never imagined this. Now I'm kinda conflicted about the whole thing.
I get that.
Anyway, I should get going.
Alright. Hopefully he's not bullying her anymore either, because you already know what happens. She got a headache. Look at her. Head down, thinking.
Hey, Sawa-sensei?
Don't talk to me.
Look, I know I can't keep you off campus. I don't have that kind of authority. But would you please stop bothering me?
Can you at least tell me what happened yesterday?
Enough! How many times must I repeat myself?
It's not gonna give me the damn a day if I keep pushing like this. Guess I have to make do with this chicken. You know, we gotta catch her in the right time, Yagami.
Hey, Tsukumo? It's me. You think you could pin down where Mikoshiba's body was discovered?
Of course. In fact, I could do that pretty quickly. Why? Did you want to go there now?
That's the idea.
Okay, but do note that it's been a few days since they found him. The police may have already scooped up the evidence.
Yeah, but I want to check it out anyway. Then I can decide if it was a waste of time.
In other words, you've got a detective's intuition? What a superpower to have. Okay, here we go. They found Mikoshiba's body in an abandoned building near Sakura River. It's near a small park. On the second floor of the building, specifically. The first floor is just a bunch of empty boutiques.
You're the man, Tsukumo.
Exactly.
Thanks.
So good to have somebody just go on a wild goose chase, kill you. I mean, kill you old school, man. You gotta go around asking people. But I just gotta ask my tech guy.
Hello? Anybody here? Coming through.
Why would you say that? It's supposed to be abandoned. Oh, Yagami.
Now, where exactly was the body? There's gotta be some clues that'll give me that.
Look at the picture. Right down there. Oh, see the arrow right there. I just hear somebody, or that's his footsteps. I think that was his, yeah. Look at the picture. L must be indicate where the body's location. Well, I guess the killer like to have everything lined up. Bit of matches up with the photo, so Mikoshiba was alive when he was brought here. Which means this isn't just where his body was dumped. This is where the murder actually happened.
Huh?
Yeah, of course someone's here. You shouldn't announce yourself. Oh, get somebody else. Oh, it's the fucking cop. Someone's coming. Crap. The cops just had to come back to the scene now. Oh.
Hey, I heard something. Who's there?
Spider-Man, Yagami. Oh, never mind.
State your name and purpose.
Well...
Get some backup over here.
Hey, now, wait a second. Can we maybe talk this out?
Put your hands up and turn around.
Did you not recognize me?
Who are you and what were you up to?
State your business, Yagami. You're a private detective.
Takayuki Yagami. The Yagami Detective Agency.
Yeah, in Kamurocho.
Weren't you the guy at Serio yesterday? I could have sworn I saw your face there.
Now you remember.
Huh? Maybe?
You mean maybe?
The name's Watanabe. Kanagawa PD Division 1. Charmed, I'm sure.
Hey, Watanabe. You like, what's fella's name, last name in the last game?
This fella here is Sakurai.
Sup?
So, you think barging into a crime scene was a real bright idea?
What? I thought you guys were done here. I figured I could take a look around. What?
You wouldn't happen to be working with Genda Law, would you?
Huh?
You hear on Shirosaki-sensei's business? Saori Shirosaki, right? The grouchy one.
Okay, how'd you know?
Well, it started when Mikoshiba's body turned up. Once our investigation kicked off, we found out about that pervert cop in Tokyo. Seems he knew where the body would be. But when we went to go see him, HQ pumped the brakes. They said no interviews on this one. Much to our amusement, we ended up being directed to Shirosaki, the perv's lawyer.
So this cop met with Tori-san to learn about Ihara's incident.
So being that Genda Law office is in Kamurocho, and you're a Kamurocho detective working your case, that means either the two of you are connected, or I'm really losing my touch.
Maybe you're losing your touch.
Well, you've certainly got my number. Now that you know, how about taking these cuffs off?
Smooth, but the jury's still out on you, pal. First, you got any thoughts on all that?
On anything specific?
The part about HQ locking us out of interviewing Ihara, smart guy. Here we are with a material witness who it turns out knew about a corpse rotting away for 2 months. And those Tokyo chuckleheads just shut us out. Balls even for those tight asses.
You said HQ, I'm assuming Tokyo PD. Seems they're stepping on local police toes. Any crimes that happen in Ichicho fall under Kawagawa PD jurisdiction, not Tokyo, which explains why Watanabe might be ticked off.
Ihara was Tokyo PD, so wouldn't they want to protect him? They probably want it handled discreetly.
Nah, if only it were that simple. This isn't about protection. They get burnt real bad if they tried to bury this shit under the rug. Besides, not only is this cop a nasty creep, he's got ties to a fucking murder. Another prefecture blows the lid on that, the top brass may as well kiss their jobs goodbye. Heads would roll. They've got to wash the shit stains off their laundry to keep their asses clean.
Yeah, I could see how that makes sense.
Anyway, so HQ told us their boys would look into Ihara. What we had to do was hand them our notes on the murder. Can you believe that crap? Like hell we're gonna bend over for them. But look where that's got us. Now nobody's interrogated Ihara.
Are Kanagawa and Tokyo PD really fighting over who gets the credit? Don't tell me they're that petty.
Like you wouldn't believe. Well, the higher-ups play intel hoarding games. Ihara is just sitting pretty. Shit. The cop's supposed to be chasing down the perps. Instead, here I am with my hands tied, bitching to a PI.
So I'm your therapist now.
was gonna take you down to the station and put the squeeze on you. But if you're a half-decent detective, maybe we could collaborate.
Man, I'm the greatest in the world, man.
I mean, you came all the way from Kamurocho to sniff around here, right? I highly doubt you found much. But tell me something I don't know and maybe the cuffs will fall off.
You proposing a deal?
Depends on if what you've got is worth making one.
It's gonna be such a waste of time, but I want some info for these cops myself. Probably best collaborate with these guys and give them a little more insight. They obviously searched those.
How about this?
What the hell?
Hiro Mikoshiba? Was this taken here? Right before he died?
Where did you get this? What kind of shit you trying to pull?
I could tell you better with the cuffs off.
You're craftier than I thought. Fine, let him loose.
The only thing I had. Kind of obvious, man, you know, that was my detective's hunch. That was the right thing.
All right, let me get this straight. Right before you met up with this Seiryo High teacher, a strange woman showed up with this photo?
Yeah. I couldn't get a good look at her. But it seems whatever threat she made worked. Sawa-sensei wouldn't say a thing after that.
Saw was the one who supervised Mikoshiba for his student teaching program.
I know that. So, this woman you're talking about must have had it in with the culprits. You know they were working in a group.
That's quite a revelation. What makes you so sure about that?
Sakurai, show him the photo of the body. And spare me the protocol lecture. I'm sick of this going nowhere. If Hotshot here is gonna look into Ehara for us, we may as well take advantage of it.
You're the boss, Nabe-san.
Ugh, this has been 2 months out of the dust. The body looks so pretty decayed.
Mikoshiba was last seen alive 2 months ago, October 7th, 6:30 a.m. He was talking to his mother as he exited their house back in the city. Since there were no other sightings of him, it's likely he was abducted a short ways from his home. This had to be done by vehicle, as common sense would tell us. So there must have been at least 2 suspects, a driver and a handler. If it were me, I'd have put 3 on the job.
So that's why you figured it was a group effort. Sounds logical to me.
Mm-hmm. Now, according to the autopsy report, they found food in the poor guy's stomach. Based on how digested it was, we can assume he was killed at least an hour after breakfast, putting it around 7:30. And not long after, he was brought here. His throat was slit with a knife. Get all that, Hotshot?
So on the day Mikoshiba went missing, he was abducted near his home and still right here no earlier than 7:30.
And what was our friend Ehara doing at that time? The old perv was walking through Ikebukuro's ticket gates around 7:43 a.m. This was stated in court and corroborated by multiple security tapes.
But if that's true, he couldn't possibly have killed Mikoshiba. It's 30 kilometers between here and Ikebukuro.
Yeah, that's the meat of his alibi. Yet somehow he knew Mikoshiba's body would be discovered 2 months after his arrest, despite being in custody the whole time. So there's no doubt he's connected to the killers. If we just put the screws to him, he'd squeal. Damn it, HQ! Why the hell are we out here working the site if it's already been picked clean?
All right, Nabe-san. Deep breaths.
Yeah. But do you see why we've got to get someone in to talk to Ehara?
Yeah.
Hell, beg Shirosaki-sensei for a visit if you have to. HQ can't say squat about his attorney visiting.
Hell of a cop. We only just met. I'm halfway to become his girlfriend. And again, I guess I'd do the same.
Tell me, you detectives out in Kamurocho always this hands-on?
Hell yeah.
Sorry, what?
I'm saying you guys work quick. We had barely set foot in Seiryo High, and you already had the run of the place. Hell, you even closed in on that Sawa-sensei and got a meeting with her.
I was just lucky to have been there on another case.
True.
Is that right?
Of course.
What? What's wrong?
We're being watched.
Somebody's spying on us with binoculars.
No shit?
3 men, 30s probably. The one with binoculars is wearing a black jacket. My number's on my card.
Damn, just jumped off of the second story.
Yagami!
Parkour! Don't lose him, Yagami. Let's go.
Hey, wait up!
I gotta lose this motherfucker. Come on, Yagami. Let's get. Leave you alone. I hear you running. Hold on, bro. I just want to talk.
Get away from me!
Come on, man. Stop running. You almost there, Yagami.
You won't get away.
Grab that. Oh, I thought I could kick that. I guess I have to be right behind it. My God, man. This man, you're doing laps, man. Okay. Okay, he's tired now. Yeah! Is it a circle? Okay. My man, y'all can see somebody suspicious, but he goes after them directly. Line on the chase, bro. Second story said, nope. Get in the way.
Damn, hot shot. You're quick on your feet. So let's hear why this fool had eyes on us.
He claims he just wanted to see the scene for himself.
Of course.
It's true. Ask the other two guys with me. They'll be here any minute.
So you were here gawking, is that it? Better than busting in like you own the place.
I thought that was water under the bridge.
So, who are you? Why'd you run?
I ran because I saw a cop jump out a window and charge at me. Are you saying you'd stick around if you saw that?
Nah, you was already walking away. Fuck out of here.
He thinks you're a cop. Should we get you a badge and a hat?
I'd be honored.
Do you have any ID on you?
Will my license work?
Fuck out of here. You was already walking away when we saw you.
Akake-san, age 30.
All right, you jokers are free to go. Appreciate you being so civil.
Guess that settles it. We're just dumbass rubberneckers. Tough break, huh? Draw you went through chasing them down.
I don't mind. My motto's to always swing for the fences.
Yeah, well, your strikeout was pretty amusing. The guy who goes down swinging is all right in my book. Now that that's settled, give my regards to Shirosaki-sensei. Hope you get some dirt on Ehara soon.
Got you, Nabe. Well, that's it. So I was starting to piece things together. I'm good thing time for chatting with Sarah back. Now I should head back to Yagami, and I gave Sarah a call. In it past curfew? In it past a freaking curfew? Get home already! What? Come on, brother. Yeah, I tapped you. Bring it. You should be at home. Hitting the books instead of hitting me. How you finna learn? You finna learn, boy. Come here. Come here. You finna learn. Pop, pop, pop. Hit the books. That's the new Yagami Sensei saying. Don't hit me. Hit the books. Go study, man. Pass your curfew. I got work to do. Still coming from behind the building. Perhaps you should go for it.
Gotcha.
Right? In the building, got it.
Bingo.
A bear? Car's giving a weird signal.
Huh?
Perhaps a bug so it's been put in the cart. And he's with Yakuza. This is interesting in my car, you.
Excuse me.
Sorry about that. I'm talking to a detective. Yagami. Oh, a real life detective. Amoto Yagami, I'm prosecutor. Oh, so you're a public prosecutor. To be honest, I'm love mystery since I was little. The detectives are so fascinating, but I never thought I'd actually meet one like this. That's so. Mr. Detective, that business you do with your car. Are you on a case? The mystery here, right? The series of illicit stupid activities going around tonight town lately, so I'm looking into the matter. For some reason your car is emitting a rather strange signal. Oh, do you think my car is bugged? It depends. Do you have any conversations in there that you want others to hear? Yes, certainly. Discussing the day's upcoming trials with my secretary and such. Could it be a reason for you want to be? Could it be a reason for? Could it be a reason for someone to have a bug in my car? To want a bug in my car? Possibly. May I search it for you? By all means. Cinderberry. The signal come from the stuffed animal. It was really in this car. It was really in this car. So I back out the show so the signal. That's Masuyama-kun. Why is she running? Who was that lady? It belongs to my secretary, Masuyama-kun.
Huh?
Oh crap! Damn it! Damn, Sugamo fast. You should pay for your part in this sordid crime. I don't want to wait there. I take kickboxing class every day. I'm serious. Okay. What? But so Yagami style. I thought I would go back get the lady. Fucking Sugamo, bro. Even though he knows the Yagami style, bro. I fuck with. I'm like, man, when he pull that step, I'm like, oh, he pull up the Yagami style, bro. You my mind, Sugamo. I love you, bro. Hiya! Whoa, you know Kung Fu? Just my luck. Hey, you know how to play the part at least. Oh man, I love Sugamo. Excellent blow, Sugamo. You really got. Hey man, you got them stats down to a science, brother. He really is good as ever. You really got it good at it. Your form was perfect, exactly. Before I even read that, man. You got the stats down, brother. I see you fighting up times for the look of it to rub off at least. Hell yeah, brother. You know, like the little old rocker kind of sign, hand sign like this. That gonna be clean, brother. Alright, Masuyama-san. Let's hear it. How about those bugs? Damn! A lot of money. What's the meaning of this, Masuyama-kun? Sorry, I have been paid off. What? By who? Who was one? Was it one of the defendant's lawyer? Yes, he claimed to be working for them. He also said he was a detective. The detective, probably the villainous detective, has been talking down the town. Could you describe this person for us? I love Zoo. Even he know that's a Yagami style right there, boy. It isn't Mr. 30-degree black.
Okay, see that sign right there? Ihara was leaning on that before the incident. Yep, just like that. He was standing around searching for a victim. Ihara's the man in the cap and sunglasses.
That's the sign of the attack. Damn, looking at it right now, he's pretty suspicious.
At 9:06 a.m., Ihara finally honed in on his would-be victim. Then he boarded her train, which was departing for Shinjuku.
She's the one in the pink cardigan and white skirt?
Yeah, Yui Mamiya, an office worker and mother of a 6-year-old boy. The two of them show up on the train's interior cam as well. According to the victim's statement, Ihara began by rubbing her posterior with the back of his hand. But it didn't stop there. After that, he put his hand up her skirt.
I didn't even see it, but...
Pretty sickening.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he targeted someone shy, thinking she wouldn't resist. Makes me angry just thinking about it. The victim stated she was too scared to call for help, meaning she endured this for 6 minutes until the train reached its stop in Shinjuku. So this was the general situation when Ihara committed his crime. What do you think, Yagami-san? Anything of note?
Do you think Ihara and Mamiya-san were riding the train pretty frequently?
Oh yeah, Mamiya-san commuted by train. She was here every weekday. Same goes for Ihara, actually, but he was off that day. Supposedly, he was going to see his wife, even though they're separated.
Did he ever say why he wandered around the platform for an hour?
He said the thought of his wife had him flustered and he couldn't force himself to board the train. He always had an excuse ready for anything you asked him, including the harassment charges. He pled not guilty, but the evidence said otherwise. There wasn't a single argument we could make in court to establish reasonable doubt.
Safe to say he did it. But on the same day, he knew his son's bully would be murdered in Ijincho. Pretty clear it wasn't a spontaneous need to grab some ass.
I agree. It's almost like all the commotion around the harassment might have been planned out.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe everything was. Even down to getting captured.
Facts.
Yeah. He really played everyone by turning harassment into an alibi for murder. No matter how much evidence points to him as a killer, he can deny it with complete immunity.
Or why didn't she Ben say something?
Crazier by the minute.
At the very least, he had something to do with it. Some connection. But I can't imagine he'll talk. Whatever his plan is, it's pretty clear Ihara is committed.
To what? Getting revenge for his son?
I think so.
Who do you think his accomplices could be? Ihara is a veteran cop. Think maybe he knows how to hire an actual assassin? If so, he could have just paid for his revenge, right?
Sure, but assassins cost an arm and a leg. He wasn't rich before all this, was he?
No. He barely scraped up enough to cover his lawsuit against the school.
Thought so.
I got the scene of both the murder and train groping. That should be all places I need to see. And you always don't need money. You're probably doing somebody a favor, maybe. But yeah, like I said, you gotta find a connection.
Hey, it's Shirosaki.
What's up, Sari-san?
I'm scheduling an interview with Ihara tomorrow at the Tokyo Detention Center. We'll take a taxi from Genda's if that all works for you.
Sounds good, but I need to head back to Ijincho for now.
Something you forgot to do?
Yeah, it involves Ihara's motive, which would be without a doubt his son's suicide. So I want to confirm if Mikoshiba really bullied the kid, and the best person to ask happens to be down in Ijincho.
Alright, then I'll let you get to it.
Cool, then I'll see you tomorrow.
Is he gonna tell you haven't? Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna get it out of it. I'm enjoy this, bro. Just a little, I love the detective stuff as well, bro. The mystery, you know. I feel like I'm a detective myself, you know. There you go. It's okay. But buddy, where's your mask? Remember, don't forget it.
And stay down.
You know how much I got from that? 1,000? Jeez, insane, brother. Oh god, I'm taking the kids' lunch money now. No, I'm the bully. I don't want to do some more side missions. I do want to do some more side cases. I don't know if I want to record them though. I mean, if y'all want me to record them, bro, let me know, bro. Cause some of these side stories do be funny, bro. But you know, it's a lot of reading. I know some people are just interested in the main story, but I can do it both. This game is just dope. It's just dope. Like I said, if you haven't already subscribed, man, hit subscribe. Be aggressive, y'all, man. Be aggressive.
Got a minute?
No, not for you. I really have nothing more to say.
What if I told you it's looking more and more likely Ihara-san had a hand in Mikoshiba's death?
Well, it doesn't concern me.
Ihara-san believes Mikoshiba tormented Toshiro-kun so badly that he took his own life. But neither the third-party investigation nor the courts were on his side. So what's the truth here? You know, don't you? What really happened between Mikoshiba and Toshiro-kun? Why won't you tell me the truth?
Why do you keep asking? I said I don't know!
I'm going to the detention center tomorrow to get some answers out of Ihara-san.
What?
I saw where Mikoshiba was murdered. He endured no shortage of cruelty before he died. They tortured him, you know. They broke all his fingers before they slit his throat.
Tell her.
No.
Yes. I know I'm putting her through a lot right now, but she's connected to this too. I mean, she keeps being quiet, but as soon as she gives you information, the sooner you go away. She got information I need to know before.
And somehow Ihara-san knew Mikoshiba would be killed on the day he got caught for groping. It's like he did it to prove he had nothing to do with the murder. But maybe that wasn't his real objective at all.
Huh?
I think he wanted to signal that he'd finally avenged his son.
True.
The body belongs to a guy named Hiro Mikoshiba. 4 years ago, this man took my son from me by driving him to commit suicide.
If I'm gonna face him tomorrow, I can't go in without some ammunition. So, 4 years ago, did Mikoshiba bully Toshiro-kun or not? That's all I want to know.
Exactly, yes or no?
My answer won't change. There's no evidence Mikoshiba-kun did anything wrong.
Oh my god,
are you sure about that? Take a look at this.
Talk, woman. Exactly.
Toshiro Ihara, your student. Imagine that he's listening to what you're saying now. If you can look at him and say Mikoshiba played no part in his death, I'll leave you alone. In fact, you'll never hear a word from me again. So which is it?
And Yagami's intense.
4 years ago, not long after I'd transferred here to teach English. That's when it started. I was trying my best to get acclimated, and I was finally on a first-name basis with everyone. One day, after school, I was out on the roof taking a break, when Toshiro-kun suddenly ran by. I called out to him to ask what was wrong, but he shushed me and kept running. I saw he had a bloody nose. Moments later, Mikoshiba-kun showed up. He was looking for him. I told him I hadn't seen him. Toshiro-kun's face told me everything I needed to know.
So Mikoshiba was bullying him after all.
Yes. Toshiro-kun told me this later on. Whenever he'd leave school with Mikoshiba-kun and his friends, they'd force him to hand over money. At first, they'd try to pass it off as a joke. They said since he lowered the class average on tests, he ought to buy them all drinks as an apology. And Mikoshiba-kun, he was having too much fun with it to stop. He started offering tutoring sessions to Toshiro-kun. Only so he and his crew could extract their tuition from him. They'd even break into his house while his mother was at work and take the money she left him for dinner.
Damn.
And if he couldn't pay, they'd beat him up at school or make him grovel in the bathroom.
Didn't anybody see what was really happening?
The teachers either saw nothing or turned a blind eye. Few students knew about it, though.
Why didn't y'all say nothing, though?
Anyway, I ended up relaying everything Toshiro-kun had told me to those boys' homeroom teacher.
Okay.
Mind you, this teacher had tenure, title, and years of experience under his belt. Do you know what he told me?
I would see it or something?
He said not to cause a commotion because those boys were about to graduate.
Why does that not surprise me?
Yeah.
To be honest, it was hard to paint such an outwardly model student in a negative light. There was also no hard evidence to support Toshiro-kun's story. But someone still should have stepped in to help. If only I'd understood that at the time.
Yeah, why would you let it just be? Okay, they are about to graduate.
You tried.
The only thing I tried was to keep an eye out for him. Making sure he wasn't alone, things like that. But unfortunately, that wasn't good enough. On the first morning of the 3rd trimester, Toshiro-kun tied a towel to his doorknob and hung himself in his room.
And that's when you confronted Mikoshiba, right? You asked him point blank if he'd bullied him.
I did.
Sensei stood up to Mikoshiba for his terrible behavior. A little late though. What was his dad in all this? His dad, I guess they were both working and they couldn't really see the signs. I mean, yeah, that's usually is. It's always too late before because some kids just don't say anything. I don't know, bro. That's why everybody gotta speak up, man. Then why did she keep that to herself for so long? Yeah, why did you? Why didn't you say anything? Why didn't you let the school lose? Y'all should crack down on this, and it didn't get no better. I'm glad, and even now you didn't want to say nothing.
Mikoshiba-kun pretended to know nothing. He was more careful, shaken even, from then on. In all honesty, when I heard a third-party committee was investigating, I was hoping the truth would come out. Students were asked to fill out an anonymous questionnaire, and many of them wrote down exactly what they saw.
Hold on. Didn't the court end up declaring there was no substantial evidence of bullying? How could they have said that with those questionnaires on hand?
They rigged them.
First of all, the committee never interviewed anyone directly. Those questionnaires were the only proof of anything. And the teacher of those boys was the one who collected them.
Of course.
Each time he came across any mention of bullying, he'd toss that questionnaire out. Also, he wouldn't get blamed in the end for ignoring the warning signs.
So then the committee was pointless.
A few students did speak up about the bullying online, but their posts weren't much to go on. Toshiro-kun's parents were completely caught off guard. His mother worked through the day, and his father lived all the way in Tokyo.
Oh, yeah, because they were separated.
That made it that much easier for the teacher to cover up all the evidence of bullying.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking of
He
that.
made that statement without even consulting the principal or the chairman. So, right before Mikoshiba-kun graduated, the committee presented their findings. That there was no evidence of bullying. The conclusion you've heard over and over.
Scumbag.
What the hell?
In Japan, 300 children commit suicide every year, across all grades. Less than 3% are proven to be linked to bullying. Toshiro-kun's case ended up like that too.
Still could have said something more though.
But Ehara-san wasn't satisfied with those findings. So he sued Seiryo High, demanding compensation for Toshiro-kun's death. As the trial dragged on, I was eventually called to the witness stand.
What did you say?
Of course, my intention was to let everything I knew out into the open. But before that could happen, that damn teacher came with the school's attorney to see how I would testify.
They didn't want you making them look bad, huh?
Of course not. That's when I first learned what he did with those incriminating questionnaires. They had no choice but to reveal everything to me, to try and sway me to their side. I guess they were just that desperate.
And you took their side?
After all, I was the only adult who Toshiro-kun confided in. I don't think he'd spoken to his parents about it once. So yes, that's why there was never any objective evidence of bullying. It wasn't like I had a mind to record our conversations. And I hadn't personally witnessed it either.
Here.
The school attorney saw fit to remind me that the law says innocent until proven guilty. And if I couldn't produce tangible evidence, then I shouldn't be accusing Mikoshiba-kun.
So it was witness tampering? That is, they coerced you into false testimony?
Yes.
Must have been incredibly hard on you.
What I should have done was told the truth regardless.
Yep.
But what else could I have really done for him? Some days I just don't know. As much as I've tried to convince myself I did everything I could for him, I can never fully believe it.
So what happened to the teacher who covered all this up?
He transferred to another school. God, to think he's still standing at a podium somewhere.
You could have done way more.
That's unfortunate.
Even so, I don't have the right to place the blame solely on him.
Wait, is there a story that Ehara definitely found out that Mikoshiba was the bully? Wait, where's the story where you must have told him or something? Like, why did you tell him so late? Why didn't you, like, call the parents to check up on him? Like, you know, is he okay? If you knew, you should have informed the parents. That's their son. Huh? Like, what the hell? Like, it's kind of, I ain't saying it's all your fault. But you knew. Did he tell you, like, no, he didn't tell you. You just knew. Like, inform his parents. Like, your son's getting bullied. You gotta figure this out or something. Like, talk to your son. He just, you was the only one that knew. That ain't right. There should have been more people that knew about that. Well, I guess except the kids that witnessed. Y'all should have cracked down on that sooner. It wasn't clear at the trial whether he could bring himself to kill a person. Yeah, he just smiled about it.
Maybe, but in that case, Mikoshiba's bullying of Toshiro, or those questionnaires getting discarded. Have you ever told anyone else?
No.
Exactly. It's your fault.
I've been silent.
Why?
Yagami-san. You know what? Back when I was a student in high school, I witnessed bullying firsthand. There was this kid. My classmates pushed him too far. And one day he just jumped off the roof.
Off the roof?
Guess we seen him bleeding
By
the blicky.
some miracle, he survived the fall. And he's been in a coma for the last 13 years. Nobody knows if he'll ever wake up. His name is Mitsuru, and he may never open his eyes to the world again. His mom watches him, but she works full-time. She's a higher-up in the government.
I'm sorry to hear it.
The worst part is that his teacher knew. He even talked to the bullies about it. But all he said was, don't overdo it. But afterward, the public eviscerated him. He had to quit his teaching job. And yet, for poor Toshiro-kun, nobody was held responsible at all. And that includes me.
But if anyone was going to take responsibility for that, Mikoshiba should have been first in line.
True.
I'm sure Ihara-san must have thought the same thing.
You know what I wanted to be as a kid? I was so innocent, I wanted to be a teacher. And after Mitsuru-kun's tragedy, I felt practically obligated. And still, I just let history repeat itself.
Man, y'all gonna be smooth. I think I have a clear picture about what happened 4 years ago, and I'm ready to interview Ihara. I should go back to Yagami and get some rest. You think after the interview will be done? I look want to end the video. I feel like you gotta say something to somebody just to skip you this, so. I feel this with anything though, you know, especially like when it's somebody that doesn't want to speak up for themselves.